Is the fight over voter ID laws about protecting the vote or suppressing it? Today, we're diving into a fiery debate between Chris Cuomo and Candace Owens. Cuomo argues that lack of voter IDs does not lead to illegal voting that could change election outcomes, citing extensive research. Owens counters, championing the necessity of IDs for a secure voting process. Stay tuned as we unpack the clash of perspectives. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're examining the heated debate between Chris Cuomo, who questions the need for strict voter ID laws, and Candace Owens, who argues they are essential for election integrity. Let's analyze their arguments. Chris Cuomo states the lack of voter IDs does not prove that there is illegal voting in elections that would adversely affect the outcome. Tons of research prove my point. Let's listen in.
Should Americans be required to have ID to vote? Chris, yes or no?
No. And I'll tell you why. Until I see fraud rates that go along with the distinction, I don't believe that you make a simple pitch. Then my answer is no. And my answer is no because I don't believe I don't believe you want the government having even more control over who can vote and who can't.
Okay, what are you defending when you say something like, I do not believe that Americans should have to have ID? What are you actually defending and protecting?
ID to vote. One, do not believe that you're a government remedy away from the problem. Two, I respect the data, and they keep looking at this, keep trying to find that people are voting illegally.
Who specifically? What study? Who did the study
The
to show?
Heritage Foundation, the Cato Institute, places on the right, places on the left, the government. I mean, look, you can say, oh, they're all bought off by Big Pharma or whatever. I'm just saying they study this all the time, trying to catch illegal voting. Catch it.
Cuomo highlights studies indicating that voter fraud is exceedingly rare, suggesting that the push for strict voter ID laws might not be about election security as often claimed. This introduces an intriguing question about the balance between securing elections and ensuring broad voter participation. Now, let's hear from Candace Owens, who argues vigorously in favor of voter IDs, emphasizing their importance in daily activities and overall societal trust.
You don't get an ID because you want to engage with government. You get an ID because you want to drive. You get an ID because you're 19 and you're 21 and you want to have your first drink. You get an ID because you quite literally need an ID to do so many things in society.
That's true.
So forget it. You wouldn't say that people that are in a lower socioeconomic class are never drinking, are never driving, are never doing all of the other things that are required, never seeing a movie that's above PG-16. So it is the lie that they tell so that they can rig our elections by having a bunch of people who are not Americans coming in and voting. And
where's the proof that happens?
Everybody knows that, okay?
How can you know what we've never been shown?
Candace Owens argues that obtaining an ID is a basic requirement for many daily activities such as driving, buying alcohol, and even attending movies. She refutes the idea that voter ID laws disproportionately affect minorities or lower-income individuals, suggesting it's condescending to presume these groups cannot obtain IDs. Owens views these laws as crucial for preventing fraud and maintaining the integrity of elections. Let's delve deeper. Owens insists on the practicality of IDs and their role in preventing potential electoral fraud, a perspective that aligns with many who prioritize election security. Meanwhile, Cuomo questions the actual impact of voter ID laws. Given the low incidence of reported fraud, this dichotomy presents a fundamental debate on voter access versus election security. What has been your experience with voting? Do you think voter IDs are necessary, or do they complicate the voting process unnecessarily? How do you balance the need for security with ensuring everyone's right to vote? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this discussion enlightening, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more debates and deep dives into pressing issues. Share this video to keep the conversation going.